All right, we're on. Whoa. Words nearly knocking stuff off my desk.
Oh, words.
Mm.
Really, computer?
Really? I did that again.
You did that thing.
It restarted?
Yep.
Okay.
Here. Probably for updates.
Yeah. Yeah,
So. Hello, persons.
if there are any.
Here's your tubes.
Are you going to move up to the couch?
One.
Cool. Okay, well, that's probably waiting long enough. Good evening, Internet. Thank you for tuning in to Thursday Throne on Radio PSI.
Yeah.
I'm your host, DJ Amstrak, also known as Amsrai or just Mark. That's Daniel. He's McThulu in the IRC channel, so he's the one that'll actually be talking to you, communicating with you, because I'll be in my game. I will have no idea what's actually being said. But those of you who are watching at this point are probably already familiar with how this goes. So,
Yeah, this was a format discussion.
yeah. I don't know, it just felt right. I hadn't done that in a while, so I don't know. Anyway, tonight we are continuing, probably finishing, the Banner Saga. When last we played, last Thursday, we were in Borsgard. We successfully defended the city for long enough from the invading. I am bad at the names of things in this game.
Slag.
Slag? I think that's what they call them, but that's not like the actual name of Dredge. Thank you. Yes, from the invading Dredge, held them off long enough to start building ships that we can leave the city in. And at the end of 5 days, Wonder of Wonders, Juno shows up with, along with the remaining survivors from crap. What was the name of the city with the bridge?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
The borough capital.
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't. Was it the capital? I thought.
The capital was the thing that got cracked in half.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was on fire.
Yeah. The ancient Varl capital.
Yeah.
I guess.
Varl emergency capital.
Yes. I feel stupid for not being able to remember it. I've written it down numerous times for various things, but mostly blog posts. But you don't care, so why should I?
We'll find out shortly.
Yeah, it'll come up, I'm sure. So let us continue the Banner Saga.
I'm sure Bellower's hanging outside shouting things.
Yeah, as Bellower is wont to do. Oh yeah, that was another thing that... Whoa. That was a weird noise. That was another thing that happened. Juno has devised a way to defeat Bellower.
Trickery.
Yes. Because he is technically immortal.
And one day Windows will finish configuring itself. It's at 46%. The camera's over there. Why not? She'll stop.
I don't know. Well, in the meantime, we do have the the channel up on our television.
And no one said anything for minutes.
Nope, no one has said probably hours even.
That was about half an hour ago.
Was it?
Sugar Fast turned out clumsy tonight.
That's an hour and a half ago.
Oh. There.
Anyway, that's not important.
There.
Where's it? And there's Bellower right there. Ugh.
Speaking of which, you might want to save scout if you about that.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Or like in a bit?
Right now.
Right now? Okay. That means that I will need to find where the save file is.
Spoiler, the next chapter is called The Final Battle.
Hmm.
I mentioned that last week.
Yeah, but I didn't know if the choice was going to be before that or after that, or how much the final. No, I mean like during that, because it would make sense. It would make sense that the chapter called "The Final Battle" would involve more than a single battle.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
But they're changing.
Ah. Ugh.
Come on, he's a final boss. What do you expect?
Yeah,
Less than one, or less than one form.
Less than one. Or he has zero. He has half a form.
What does that even mean?
He's half formless, apparently. Where was I looking? Where do I even have this game installed? What drive is it on?
You mean the Steam Hall?
I have Steam installs across several drives.
Yeah, but when you go to the thing in Steam, you can right click on the thingy and you can go to the folder that's in.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well then, that makes this easier. Steam.
Sorry we didn't do this earlier, folks.
Yeah, we were watching CGP Grey, which is an awesome YouTube channel. I highly recommend it if you're a nerd like us. It's very interesting stuff.
Yep, that's Chaos Grid Pants Grey.
I don't think that's what it stands for.
Fine, Charles Greer Parkinson.
I also don't think that's what it stands for. Like, I'm pretty sure that the C stands for Colin. But as for the rest of it, I don't know.
Ah, Colin Gregory Plantain.
It might have been Gregory, but it was not Plantain.
Why not? They're like Bananas Plus. Be a great surname.
Wait,
Yo, Mr. Plantain!
why does Saga exist inside the Banner Saga?
Steam Derp. They both then in Saga.
Well, no, like it goes Steam Apps Common TBS Win32 Saga 1. Wait, am I thinking of the right? No, I'm thinking Xenoclash. What is Saga? And it's spelled with a Z, not like.
Wait, not with an X? Really?
No.
Okay, it's Xenoblade, isn't it? But
no. Or Xenogears. No, it's different. It's Zeno Saga.
Like Paradox?
That's how it's spelled, and that's how Xenoclash is spelled, so that's why I conflated the two. As I was looking at him.
That brings a confusement.
I'm going to have to investigate this later, but not now. Assets?
If you had the chance to copy a save file, would you? Gesundheit.
Thank you. What is the save file even called? I'm not finding anything that is obviously a save file.
And it.
So I'm thinking it might be elsewhere.
Okay. That's where's JSON. Easy way to start things. It
There. When I asked, I kind of expected you to look up
there.
where I can
Well,
find it.
looking at it, it may actually be a little split up. Separate information starting character and caravan and locale and maybe seen, probably not seen. The character, caravan, and locale might contain the information. Does it look like? No.
No, those appear to be assets of that are associated with it.
Banner, Saga, save. Save folder location on scene music.
App data, local. No, it's not there. App data, local low. Nope.
Why they divided that into such strange things?
I don't know.
Local low.
I don't know. There's the Banner Saga.
Pretty sure I can tell what roaming means. Roaming, Banner Saga, local store, save.
Yep, I found it.
Thanks for being slow, SteamCommunity.com.
Okay, I have made a copy.
Cool.
So, we will hopefully be able to view both endings tonight.
I'm pretty certain you can't go back.
Okay, so let's check on our heroes, see how they're doing.
Do you have any renown to spend, and can you sell supplies?
I have 38 renown. I don't think I can sell supplies. Oh, sweet. I have Moger, Eric, and Luden back. And Luden's kind of a jerk, but he's level 3. So. But depending on how these things go, I think I might want to hold some of them in reserve. So I'm going to pull out Ekel. Nid. Ivor. And Gunnulf. I'm not going to worry too much about Versi, Gris, or Kruger. Or Hogan, for that matter. Because I haven't leveled them at all to this point. Well, Hogan and Krumer might have a kill or two. But yeah. I can promote Rook. I can promote Nid.
Don't worry about holding anyone back in routes.
Oh. Well, that's good to know.
For the second farm, you're stuck with the same people.
Gotcha.
Slight difference.
Hmm. Okay, well, Rook.
But I would recommend
Raising my lowers first.
raising the strength of whoever winds up building the silver.
Hmm.
Because to use it, you have to beat down Velor's armor until it's lower than wielder's strength.
Hmm.
So the higher their strength, the lower or less work you have to do on them.
Gotcha. Okay, now choices. Do I want Eric or Ludin? I'm pretty sure I'm going to take one of them instead of Gunnulf. And while Eric is a higher level, Ludin has a pretty amazing special ability. Especially when used on the Stone Slingers, or whatever they're called.
Inferno slingers, sun slingers,
Yeah, the Slingers,
blood
basically.
slingers, blood slingers. That's just getting too low.
And Eric's ability is, while I'm sure it has its uses, it's not really my style. I think I'll give it to Ludin. And that will benefit him very nicely. Okay, so who all of this party? Oh, Mogre. Everybody has promotions. Oh my god, I can't afford this. I can afford to rank up one person.
So if you're doing something a little big red, the choice you get is binary, and it's who uses the silver arrow, and it's Rickarilla.
Ah. Okay.
It's half cheating to tell you what that choice is, but it would suck to waste that.
Yeah. Okay. I will give it. Actually, Alette has max strength right now. Her strength won't get any higher.
Ah.
Neither will Rook's.
Well, the anti rank higher.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
So, given that, I think I might want to give this promotion to Mogre, so he'll be a better tank. Give him 2 more points of armor.
You will want some good. And you're also going to want people with good armor.
Yeah. Wait a second. I don't even have Avind in this party. Something is wrong here. He's right here. He's injured, but that's not a big deal for him. Okay, well, sorry, Oddlife. You're the weakest link. Don't know.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Okay,
For the injury is.
good.
There's a cutscene, everybody's able to after it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to promote Mogre, I think. And I've save scummed anyway, so that's not a huge deal. Confirm. 17 armor, 14 strength. That's pretty good. And let's see if that means I can give him any better items. Which it does. Bjorulf's Blessing. Knockback on strength attacks of 3, plus 1 strength. That's kind of awesome. So yes, he gets that. Now Ludin has a choice of a few things. 15% crit chance, just a flat 2 strength, which would also be nice. Or 1 strength resist. That could also be
That's a good
nice.
toy for your squish.
Yeah. And given that he's not a tank and is going to be in the front lines, that might be a good thing to have him have. So yeah, have that, Ludin. Okay. And having Alette have the -1 drawing aggro is definitely a thing that I want if I'm going to give her the air.
Freaking bugs are baiting this video.
Double checking to make sure that no one else can promote. Yeah, no. 2 more.
Now, what if there's a new twig that
Well, let's check. To market. I can buy Jarl Seal. +1 will per turn.
I bet it's too bad you can't get the Vulcan for it.
1 armor per turn. That is nice. That is very nice.
That is.
But I can't sell supplies.
And you have 46 days for the bottom of such a place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. Let's seal them.
1 will per turn. Which is okay, but not amazing.
Kind of like that box. Actually, I think that box is grand.
That cereal box.
Oh, in that case, there's nothing useful you can do if you're now.
Which sucks, because that's a lot. Okay, I guess it's to the crafters. Because there's no place else interesting to go.
Yeah.
All that dredge.
So many dredge.
It takes a while, but you finally find someone willing to craft an arrow for you. Excuse me. He eyes you suspiciously when you show him the silver, but shakes his head and gets started. Alette watches, the smith's fire reflecting in her distant stare. I talked with Avend a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? Certainly seems that way. That might be the most luck we've had so far. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot Bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on. Who else is going to do it? Ivor? Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. That's not what I... Let me do it. What? Why not? Because you think I'll get hurt? What do you do when Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Skoger feels so long ago.
Now I know its name. It was Skoger.
All of a sudden my ear is ringing.
I guess I know Skoger too. I don't think fair that.
No, it started doing that right before that. Just like that sudden slight deafness that rolls in as your ear starts doing that.
Weird ear fog.
It's gone as quickly as it came though, so
For a noisy little ear frog.
I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because you know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl, I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. Let me decide what happens to me. There we go, that's the correct emphasis. I know you can do it. Take the arrow. She smiles and takes your hand in hers. We'll survive this. I know we will. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. And the Yuno.
Hey, Jonathan.
There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows we're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the ravens? They may protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you take it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened at Einertoft. Einertoft! That's what it was. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows them the arrow you had forged from the Godstone silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. We only have one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in battle. And if we kill Bellower, then what? The dredge will just wander away? That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step all the way to Arborong, where I am certain more Sundar waits. Now is the time to speak to loved ones, and the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning, we slay asunder. Well, not else to do.
You'd see it, right?
The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today one thing will end, another will begin. Our actions will decide on which side we stand. Yep, that's the party I want. I think.
Alright. Turn over
Yeah.
you want?
Um. Hmm.
Maybe you want a shield banger to go first?
Doesn't necessarily need to go first, as long as they're in front. Definitely want the Rangers going ahead of the melees, though.
Yes. Take note that the arrow wielder's special ability will be overwritten by Silver. They can
Oh,
still use their will on basic attacks.
okay. Well, tactically that makes Alette these. Actually, I don't know. They both have pretty decent special abilities, but Rook's is a lot riskier to pull off, though it. Rook's is riskier but more effective. Alette's is very effective in certain circumstances.
In this run through, I believe she's the one that's got Silver.
Yes.
So, what's who you got?
Yep. All right. Let's do this.
You had to knock Beller's armor down. Oh, nice.
Okay, this is still your fear. Listen, I will try to guide you. Okay, so the first thing I think I want to do is take out this guy, the warrior. Bellower is accompanied by some surprisingly, apparently, low-level dudes.
That should be like Scourge Destroyer. Those should be some slingers, probably.
Yeah, no, that's a Scourge warrior, a Slag Slinger veteran, a Blind Slinger, and a Fire Slinger, and a regular Stone Guard,
Out of Colossus?
and a Scourge warrior. Yeah.
Okay.
And a Vicious Grunt.
I think the game scales its difficulty a little based on your choice.
That's what I'm thinking. If not based on choices, then a sort of artificial stupidity. You know?
Possible.
Yeah.
That it reads how efficiently you spend and or lost every now. Not
Yeah.
really lost, but how efficiently you spend every now and then. We sit on less as opposed to character strength.
Yeah.
Skill development based on that. This guy had to deal with Bellower, Stoneguard Colossus, a Sunslinger, and a Proto Slinger, and 2 Scourge Destroyers.
Oof. That sounds like a much harder battle. What was there a difficulty selection at the beginning of the game? I don't remember either.
Maybe you put it on easy instead of normal. This guy was on hard.
I think I put it on. If there was a selection, I probably put it on normal because that's what I tend to do.
Oh wait. Maybe you did put on easy because I distinctly remember you saying out loud that you suck at tactics.
Maybe I did.
Because I suck at these sorts of games. Yes. So
Okay.
maybe it is on easy. That would explain some things.
Yeah, I'm okay with it being on easy.
Yeah, it means we get to go through the darn story.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's when difficulty actually affects the story that I get, or when it affects the content of the game rather than the difficulty of the content. That's when I'll go for the higher difficulty levels. Usually, but most of the time I'm content just to experience the story.
The only way to unlock the cool and is play on high.
Mm-hmm.
Or freaking Doom and Heretic making fun of you for playing on easy.
All right, ready.
Must now be needing a wet nurse.
Okay. Rook cannot get within range of anybody this turn, so we'll have him move 1 and end his turn.
Oh yeah, be careful to not to knock enemies around in such a way that Beller can't. He'll do something nasty any turn he can't move.
Oh.
He's also going to do it on his first time.
Well, he just moved on his first turn.
Well, any turn he can't move forward.
Oh, any turn he can't move forward. Huh.
I think means toward his currently targeted opponent as opposed to forward a chess-like stance.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
Going to inch Mogre forward. And what does Bring the Pain do again? Break damage and return the favor. Okay, cool. All right, his turn. Slinger. Be quick. I cannot hold them back from you.
Sharper does Beller have?
20.
Right.
And 20 strength as well.
Don't worry about strength.
Oh, yeah?
Like, you should worry about Zed.
Yeah.
He regen 6s.
Ooh.
Maybe less in series, but this is a surgical strike.
Gotcha.
Weaken and
You up. Arc lightning. Oh, yeah, I can't reach anything. So, in turn. You inch forward. His turn. Luden can't move through a let. Dang it.
Oh, what's Ella doing at the floor?
She's not really. She's well behind.
Okay.
But she just happens to move in front of Luden and blocking the only gap that he could get through. So, oops.
Oh wait, does the armor strength calculation, does that include will?
What do you mean?
Like if you use a willpower, will that ignore armor to the same rate as the same degree of strength there?
If your attack could not get deflected, then adding will. Okay, let me back that up. Right. It in fact it doesn't even change the deflection percentage.
Okay.
So if you have a 50% chance of hitting, you can crank will into it, and if it hits, it'll do that much more damage. But you still have a 50% chance of it getting deflected.
Okay. So you can't expend a will point. You necessarily have to get color down to level.
Right.
Okay. Once you use the strength increasing it.
Oh, this will be nice. You get right up there. Mark prey. Well, it could have been nicer, but it was okay. You move up one. Let him have it. Forgot about the knockback effect.
Oh, for the item.
Mm-hmm. Let move right there. Attack him.
No, the slinger can't hit anyone easily.
Oh, why did I do that? That was stupid of me. Okay. I blocked those. I inconveniently blocked Avend and Luden against each other.
Oops.
Yep. You just straight up attack. Luden, move up this way. Turn. You run off. That's fine. And in this case, him summoning someone else might actually be a good thing because it means that Bellower gets to move that much less frequently. Yeah, because the turn order is always them, me, them, me, them, me. If there's more thems, that means that any one of them comes up less frequently.
Relative to your own turns, I think it'll change.
Except that it'll be more of my turns between each of Bellower's turns. I will get one more turn between each of Bellower's turns.
So if you're at number, do you get more turns?
Yes. Unless it's in pillage mode. Move right there. Attack Bellower for 4 armor.
Cabby, what number?
Uh, The silver arrow won't work until I get his armor down far enough. Is basically what she was saying. Ow. It wasn't my fault that that situation wound up like that, I will note.
I figured that was Twig in despair.
Uh-huh. I didn't see the name of it, but that was a special move.
Pushing back and damaging your party and stunning one character.
Looks like that one character was Ludin.
Color regenerates hard, so when you open up on him, you're going to want to really open up on him.
And he is down to 10 armor.
Okay. I recommend having someone going out of their way to hit him for just one more, and at least have silver arrow down.
Cool.
Unless his turn.
Not until after Ivor's next turn.
Okay, good. That's when his turn comes up.
You know what? You get to go away now. That'll give me some extra will to play around with. Oh, although his turn will come up before Len gets to go again. Let me make sure that she can't just insta get him. Because what needs to happen, she needs to be able to hit 100%. 90%. Dang. Okay, well, take 2 more, 3 more. Just give it as much as I can. Avend, move right there, and mend Moger. Mend him hard.
Healer.
You wreck him. It's fine. We're good. Okay, now Ludin, you move up.
He's down to 8, which means the left should be able to get one.
Her next turn.
Down to 8. Here's that one.
Yeah, he's at 8. He regained 6. He was down to 2.
Oh, yeah, he just took his turn. Good. Oh,
And Ludin, you take that guy.
not just focus on not letting anyone get aggressive?
Yep.
He'll be back.
Deflect. Okay, Rook. You stay put and attack. Oh, well, that's the only other one I can attack anyway. Yeah, take him down to 1. He won't be of much use then. You suck. Yeah, it just means that he needs to move. Oh, well, yeah, it'll be over before then, I suppose. Well, at the same time, though, he can't really do a whole lot of good where he's standing. So I'll have him move here. And attack this one for 6.
Run away, Slinger. Oh, I forgot about you.
Okay, now.
Hiding behind the big guy.
Let's move up. And silver arrow right there. Oh, there went Ivor. Oh, but Ivor's still up. Haste Rook, finish Bellower now. Oh, fun. I don't get to. Oh, wait, I do get to move my guys around.
How do you even get to her? There are a bunch of other dredges.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bulbasaur. Yes. And Juno's great when she Miller will respond to every strike. Right?
Hmm.
Means that every time he takes straight for armor damage, every time he takes damage, you will be moved to the front of the initiative.
Cool.
And he still regens 1 armor.
Yeesh.
It's a lot less than before.
Yeah.
But make every hit.
Yeah. I think that means that I want to clear out everybody else first. Or at least as much as I can.
Well, he won't be much easier in village mode. Because again, every time he takes a hit, he's back to the front.
Yeah. Hmm.
he only immediately cares if Vic is stairs. That wouldn't be quite as bad as encountering the little parrot.
Yeah.
This way he walks up. It's quite a bit worse than one strength damage.
Mm-hmm.
8 or 10 damage of his choice. Or as he was armored.
Unnecessary promotion. Oh, one closer would have gotten him there. I thought that was close enough. Dang.
I get you anything?
No. And they're diagonal to each other, so that would have been a nice hit.
Well, maybe there's somebody who can mend for.
Yeah, he can definitely mend Moger. That'll help. Let's see, how much does it's equal to half of Minder? Oh yeah, that'll 1 point. A single tick of that would be perfect.
Should he move a little first so no dredge can walk up to him, or is he
Havened?
Yeah.
He just moved this turn.
Oh, okay. Why can't even have his turn right now? How does that?
Actually, you'd only be able to hit one at a time. And it would hit Moger as well.
Oh, right. They have to be like point on the count of the diagonal.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was trying to hit him there, because he was point on with.
This game and its silly rules.
I'm going to see how this plays out.
How'd that play out?
Not bad. Not as bad as it could have been, anyway.
Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
This fight needs less stone singers.
Yeah, I agree.
I wonder if she's serious. Like if you actually have a set number of turns to do the thing.
I don't know.
That would suck. Like take too long and all this dredge overcome her control and smash you. Begin with that. Oh, everybody's doing the woogity doogity axe.
Mm-hmm.
Woogity doogity, woogity doogity, woogity doogity.
Oh, that's bad.
Ow!
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting him to move quite that far. Well, not much left to do, but just go all out. Ha!
Did I really only get him for one?
You got him for 2.
Oh.
And I can't even get to him, so move up, attack, do that.
You're gonna want to focus attack like Flash.
Yeah.
First in the armor and then in the stream.
How are you still stunned?
We're gonna hit by a second time.
Hmm. I'm going to see if I can't delay. Well, that was less than effective.
Yeah, so are you sure you don't want to use Will there? You make every hit count and all that.
I was out of will.
Oh. Use overage.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That is bad.
didn't want to.
No.
We didn't bring.
Oh no.
Here's some slag and burn and over its spring of arrows. Pick up the use here. Get some distract the spirit between Bellover and Prey for the attack. Shooting presents the front part that each of their mission craft.
This went very poorly.
Yes, it has.
Really?
Super duper poorly. They have one guy and 2 extra will in the board. That's
And down I go. Last thing you see is Bellower standing above you, and you know this is the end. Everything you've worked so hard for, gone in an instant. You have failed. What do you want to do? Return to the last checkpoint.
Last check.
Here, apparently.
Ah, really perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The characters. My Bobbery says at least Beller is living up to his reputation.
At least who is?
Beller.
Bellower, yeah.
Love the yelling he does when he does.
Mm-hmm. You know, Luden is somewhat underperforming, so I think I will switch him out for Odd Life.
Yep. Random Rice previously. You can make Beller walk in traps. This one's kind of easy, so all you have to do is knock Beller's armor down a bit and then shoot him with special arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 2 is not so easy because you have to finish the job, and he has his stone stinger now. He's got all his armor back,
Mm-hmm.
and you're down a minute. Oh, it's Mano.
No es bueno indeed. There and geez, what a way to start.
Just to run away and wiggle my ass. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle it.
Oops. Ow. Seriously? Uh,
Something's got taken out by a slinger.
yep. One shot, Avon.
That's right, it's just not easy.
No. Oh, this is going so much worse than last time.
It is.
Even though last time started out incredibly derpily.
What's the difference, I wonder?
I don't know.
Oh, silly. Oh, at least you won it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's her turn anyway. No, look over, you giant pile of dirt. Oh, this is literally the same
Mm-hmm.
set of enemies. Interesting.
Only now I've got more people who are injured.
Oh boy. Oh, yep, for certain you want that stone sinker in.
Yep.
And you also want bellowers.
Mm-hmm.
Should be able to abuse range of arrows if you bellower walk into things.
Yeah. I can't really predict what his path will be this far out, though, so probably next turn I'll start trying to do that.
Cyan says it's too busy working on a project to be fully watching. I also ask if you remove the left from the active party, do you end up with an extra usable target split? Your party until else regardless.
No, Rook and Alette have to be in the party at this point.
Yep. They're forced in, and he eventually grabs and squeezes whoever shoots him.
Nice. Bam. And let's go ahead and take him out, so I can have more will to play with. And Bellower's right up in the front now. Hmm.
Hold on.
Let's rain of arrows right there.
Have someone go their way and kill that stinger.
You want to stay there. Yeah, the singer's going to get to do its thing regardless. But I can zap this guy as he's coming in. I can't even tell what he did. Maybe. I don't see anybody else on the field, though. No. Okay, Ivor. Yeah, hit for 5 armor. That is, and he's up next anyway. So. What?
Maybe the Stone Singer repaired some armor.
Ah, maybe.
So,
Well, Delaware hasn't taken any damage yet this round, so.
exactly. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha. That was expected.
Less than expected.
Yep. You deal with this guy coming in.
Is this really amusing?
Rain of arrows, that spot again.
A while back in the development of Kerbal Space Program, one of the developers had a plan is that for a narrative loosely connecting the game's Easter eggs. Like based on Duna, the SSDs, and the modernists based on
I like that.
presumably the magic as well.
Arc lightning doesn't reach. Damn it. They're all nice and diagonalized too.
Can you move one?
No, that's as far as he could move.
Can you mend someone instead?
Nobody really needs it. Yeah, nobody needs it.
Oh yeah,
So all he can really do is Bellaware's up next anyway. I may as well.
That figured. Ow.
That hurt a bit, but it could have been a lot worse. Okay, that feels like overextending myself a bit, but it's the only way that I can hit, so.
It's a long time ago. Precursor civilizations lived in the same solar system. Their home planet was responsible to a severe miscalculation of the parameters of their interstellar travel system, which which results in the planet being placed in an extremely distant orbit around the sun, where it froze in time. The rapidly dwindling population of survivors managed to launch numerous monoliths across the system in hopes of seeding intelligent life. Their plan failed. They made curves.
Oh, Moger, you are not doing well.
Ow. Can you get another turn of action if you mend him?
Say what?
Can you get another turn of action if you mend him?
Well, only if I don't do anything this turn. Moger will get an action only if... Moger will have a chance to be mended only if... Moger will have a chance to be mended and take another action only if he doesn't take an action this turn.
Ah. What's that?
Because the only thing that he can do actively is move up and hit Bellower, which would be a good tactic since Bellower's up next anyway. However, Bellower would then have a clear swing at him immediately following, and thus he would be dead. However, if he holds back and doesn't do anything, even if Bellower moves on him, he will be interrupted by rain of arrows and thus not actually attack. Assuming that Bellower would go after Moger anyway and not continue going after Ivor. So for the survival of Moger, staying put is the only option.
Well, that or if you can get close enough to crack the stones, you can walk down the sun.
He can.
No, Derek?
Yeah, no.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Looks like you can use one will to get just on this diagonal there.
Can't attack on the diagonal.
Oh. Know that.
Nope.
Okay.
So,
Guess it makes David's ability a little weird.
yes.
Okay, one.
Okay, now. Move back. Mend. For 2.
Okay, blow up your box. Oh, jeez. Guys are dumb.
Actually, Ivor, you go around this way. I'm going to take a risk here. It might pay off. Okay, well, all she can do is not much. Move there, attack. Just reduces armor a little bit, I guess.
We'll do more too. Or more.
Yes, it'll do. It'll do too. Oh wait, he's not next. I thought he was next. Rain of arrows, but he's not likely to be moving in either direction at this point. So the answer is nada.
Can she move and shoot something?
She's already moved. Umbrage. Yep. Game Ogre, you move a tiny bit this way.
Explosion.
And turn. Oh, that's bad.
Ow. Guess she should have ran of arrows anyway. Just in case he did that.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was planning to save that willpower for something that I thought might be more likely to happen.
She's in the horn.
Yeah. Mm. You know what? That's all I can do. It may be suboptimal, but
Whoa. Okay. That's acceptable given the situation.
mm-hmm.
If his armor down way below, he can start doing strength attacks there.
Mm-hmm. So, arc lightning, full points to the face.
That argues. Hey, that's myself. Eh.
Oh, ow!
That's all you can do. Then it must be. That's all you can do. Then it must be optimal. If there's nothing else, how can anything else do that? Relative to other things that could have been possibilities.
Mm-hmm. And it's his last stand.
Oh, wonderful. I finished the Sound Singer. It's done too many things. Science, science says if wishes were a hose barrel, the liver would be dead. What is he, a Tarrasque?
Deflect. Yes. Ivor, run over here. Attack. Break his armor completely.
Wait, does everyone?
Soon.
I think Mark Frey does him a lot of damage when his armor's up.
Mm-hmm. Well, it would if I had more dudes anyway. Deflect. I will have another turn before his turn comes back up again. So that. Rook right up here. Attack that guy. Now Ivor, since it would be his turn anyway, attack for 4. Deflect.
Oh, 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 nice. It's nice to see some good luck.
Mm-hmm. And the rook all the way over here. Attack. Take him out. Deflect. And Bellower's up next, so attack for 3. Deflect.
The horns both sides.
Yep. Rook, come over here. Oh, I moved wrong. Oh well. Bring you down to 1. Makes you ineffective. Oh, no, crit. Deflect. Pillage. Break all of your armor. Deflect. Rook. Attack. 7. Very deflect.
Ivor actually gets to slay asunder?
Ivor actually gets to slay asunder.
Yeah!
That is thematically appropriate.
Well, maybe it's
Well, you know.
Which
Yeah.
only Rook and the Weavers know that.
Alette. No, not her. Where are the Menders? Rook. She is beyond their help. Stand up. You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos as Dredge flee from Varl warriors who push their advantage. Bellower is dead. You are not. We must go. Let me carry Alette to Borsgard. We'll honor her properly. Oh. Juno was right. With Bellower fallen, the Dredge flee the field of battle. You return to Borsgard, but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from the image of Alette's still body being carried in Ivor's arms.
Trigger Frosted says, if arrows are wishes, arrow dust wouldn't be a thing.
So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Arboron. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south has it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakon has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Rook, it's time. Soon we'll be ready to leave Borsgard. Find somewhere safe. One ship is done already, at the docks. I had it prepared for Alette. I'm not ready to see this. Come, Rook. It's time to honor your daughter.
Ah! There's the darkness.
I think that might just be night, which is something that this world hasn't seen in a while. Trees, it looks like. Sounds like it. The banner's up.
Yeesh. Unlocks normal difficulty.
Okay.
And whatever the heck about
Probably the one that gives credit for easy difficulty. Because that's the way games tends to go.
it could be one word. And I'm going to assume I misread it because I feel like 4 parsings, 3 are complete gobbledygook, and the 4th is off-list. That sounds not right at all. Or at least really not right.
Actually, it could be that. Giving the arrow to.
Piccolo. I was never voiced Piccolo.
No. Music. Come on.
No, I mean, it's shattering the mood. That is weird shards of everywhere. Careful, be careful.
Ooh, Contra Bassoon. Those things were huge.
There's so many people on porn. More notably, why is there simply just horn? There are many horns. Trumpet and trombone and bass trombone and tuba are all types of them. I say Cuba because that font.
Crumpet, trombone,
Trumpet.
symphony. Hey, would you mind grabbing me a drink?
Additional program. I kind of thought of another option, but it might be something you should create. You can die your wishes. Oh yeah, if you're fast.
Or if you're just very not careful with your wish.
Or if you have a high level wizard or sorcerer who really doesn't like you.
I think he means like from your own wish. And I'm sure that there's more than one occasion of it in fiction of an immortal character wishing for their own death.
Yeah. Hercules, for instance.
I didn't think Hercules was immortal.
He was halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
After a while, he got tired of living and drinking and killing people he didn't mean to kill. So he built himself a pyre and let it take time.
Well,
in fact, I think he built it in front of the entrance to the underworld.
Why not just walk into the underworld? And just live there.
Eh. I don't know. I think he wanted to punish himself.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Look at all these backers.
So many Saga backers. Backers. Saga backers. Slacker backers.
Andrew, look at all those Andrews.
Uncle Andrews!
Still more Andrews.
Only I have the brains to move Norway.
Like from there to there. That doesn't make any sense to the camera because I'm pointing at the screen. but you could see for yourself that was a lot of Andrews. And there's not any music playing. It's just slowly scrolling. There's someone named Asinine.
That's dumb. They should get arrested by the dumb police.
Let's see if I can just click.
Dumb police! You're dumb!
Oh, good.
Under arrest for being dumb.
That didn't appear to do anything.
Your process says if you die in their wage, you die in real life. What the...
I suppose that is indisputable. Okay, going to quit real quick to save scum. And we can get that other ending going.
I assume it's only slightly different.
Yeah.
And I guess the first stage of that fight is a bit easier. Because Rook has more strength.
Crap, brain, come on.
Yeah.
Even though we just went through that, I am now blanking on her name.
What?
Thank you. Okay. Save is scummed. Cloud save conflict. No, do not.
Seems to me that testing launch clamps in space is totally legit. I don't see where we're having problems. Someone glitched KSP and somehow got a launch clamp in orbit.
Wait.
Going very fast. But
okay, I made the copy before going down here to do the arrow thing, but I restore it and it's after the arrow thing. I think. Hold on. Maybe it isn't. Yeah, the arrow in your hand. Okay, so we can't do the other ending.
Whoops. That was good.
Yeah, I copied before making the arrow choice, but... oh well. It probably wasn't a very different ending, as we just observed. And no sense in just doing the combat again for another hour. That won't be interesting.
Multiple saves of its own. Just have access and changes. Oh my goodness, what is with this latency CPU? Units and stuff doing multiple saves.
Well, there's not really anything we can do since we no longer have a save file that is before the error.
Oh.
Because the one that should have been before the arrow is not. So, I guess now would be a good time to start selecting what game we play next. If you, yeah, quit that. You want some ideas of what options there are, I can link you in the chat real quick to my backloggery, because that is going to be the best indication.
Burglar. As it says, I don't know who he's died. When I do, I don't. massive change in tone.
Yeah.
I'm very I did. But he real
I don't appear to have access to it. So, uh, let's see. Of course, the PC, Steam, GOG, all that stuff, that's going to be the easiest for me to stream. Um,
what he says he didn't capture right.
I do need to get a capture device. That,
Okay, you say capture device, it sounds like you might be talking about a Pokeball.
yes, I need a Pokeball for my stream.
Master Ball.
I will capture Remy live on the air.
That's a lot funnier than it has any good reason to be.
Okay, let's see what that achievement. Might have been. I can't tell what that one might have been.
One word, kind of long, like 2 or 3 syllables.
Normal difficulty. Diplomat.
Engler and Butts.
Diplomat is the only other one that was unlocked at the same time, which is get permission to destroy a Varl landmark, which seems awfully long after the fact to give me that achievement, but I guess that was it.
Weird.
Yep.
Why you do?
I don't know. Maybe it just checks that at the end of the game. Like you don't get credit for it unless you win the game with that.
The Godstone achievements have a better depiction of the god in question than the stones do.
Actually, most of them, it's the exact
Amazing.
same art that was on the stone. In fact, it appears that way with all of them.
Oh, really? Because I thought like some of the stones were noticeably degraded.
Some of them a bit, but they were all pretty much as visible as you see there. Not that any of them can see this because the screen is not getting captured right now.
I don't know. What's a grudge wielder?
What's his face? The crazy guy.
Ah. With a grudge wielder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get an achievement for killing an enemy using.
Oh, with a class. You go like Spearmaster, Mender.
Yeah.
Okay,
What's being said in the chat?
Science says do rounds of beat, bin, or backlog until you get one that gets a rating of beat. Followed by gotta stream them all. Followed by likely only checks of words at a save.
There have been several saves between the end of the game and the point at which the bridge was destroyed.
I think it's beat, bin, or backlog. Oh, I think I know. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a store page for defect demo anymore, so it might not be.
Mm.
At least it's not being fun. Oh, maybe.
BBB is something Vid invented. He invented the Better Business Bureau? No.
Okay, maybe it is still available.
Sure.
It's all demos. It would certainly be a massive change. Changing doobly doobs. So,
but yeah, I think I get the basic gist of how beat bin or backlog works just by the name of it. But pick 3 to 4 games in your backlog for a 2-hour show. Play each for half an hour. Interesting.
Roughly 1 hour remains. We play 2.
Yeah. Although really with my I really like to stick with things once I've started them. So if I picked something, I would want to like if I started something, I would want to finish it.
When everyone decides whether the game should be beaten binge for all of time or put in the backlog.
Yeah, but that's still a bit uncomfortable to me. Like as long as we've kept games like Dungeon Keeper and Dawn of War 2 on the back burner.
Putting more things on the back burner makes the back burner get crowded.
Yeah.
When you get one ready to beat, just keep going.
It's a clever idea. I definitely like it, but I don't know if it's good for me, as it were.
Whatever rules you want, or what to include or not. Well, Defect Demo does appear to still be available. Just go to the store and search it.
What is it? Perhaps you should describe it.
You build a spaceship and fight some guys, and then your crew is jerks.
Oh yeah, that one.
And then you build a spaceship and fight some guys and fight the jerks from before, and then your new crew is also jerks. This keeps happening.
It's definitely an interesting concept.
One level, the guy's just like, race me! And you try to race him through a bunch of asteroids. I had a strange amount of fun with that because A, I was sucking a lot. B, I made a very fast ship, but I kept crashing. C, I eventually won, but didn't have a gun on the ship, so couldn't beat the guys at the end. Why do I have to fight them? I won and I don't have a gun, so let me go. And then I slightly changed it. Not quite as fast, but still excessively fast. And with a gun. Kind of plinked the guys away by zipping or they couldn't touch me, so I just gradually whittled them away. And then my stupid speed demon ship showed up in the next round. It was hilarious.
It sounds potentially entertaining, but at the same time, it seems like a game that would really frustrate me. It's like, yeah, you did this thing that you made yourself. Now go destroy it.
Oh, no. Now go do this mission. Yeah, you beat the mission. Oh, crud, it's the ship those guys stole from you.
Yeah, that would be frustrating.
That's fine, just build a weakness in every ship.
Yeah, but I don't like doing that. Because then I can't...
Besides, you unlock parts as you go, so your new ship tends to, perforce, be able to beat your previous ship unless you really go for it last time.
Yeah.
What? What the actual heck?
Include neveryourface.h.
Include never? That's not a real directive. I think. Doesn't look like one. Is she hard? Woo! The sea shark had that.
Not that I encountered.
I've never heard of include never. Adriel, are you making up programming things?
Pound exclude. That would be the most useless directive ever. Exclude. Whatever you do not use this library.
Octothorpe exclude, seriously, it's just a bunch of viruses.h. Octothorpe exclude. Why did I write this on H? Octothorpe exclude. Dot H. Octothorpe exclude P butts.php. Science says might be more useful than you think. I know. It makes sure that Steve, that idiot from the other programming team, doesn't mess with your programs by including butts.h. You can try, but it'll never work because he fixed it. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It prevents idiots. I don't think it exists. Which is too bad. We were idiot preventers. Of course, on the other hand, idiots could still use it and prevent exclusion of a critical library.
I don't know. I don't think someone could have pulled include never out of their butt for a code snippet like that, since English does have the perfectly good word exclude in it, which would seem to me to be the more go-to make up thing.
Preclude. Obviate.
Okay, so let's see here. These are windows I don't need open and can get out of my way now.
Trigger processing. So let's just program your program in the pre-processing language. Well, yes, you can, like, C++ is bad about that. The preprocessor directives, like, I've heard C++ described as a rocket launcher, and the C++ directives, preprocessor directives, as the language basically giving you a rocket launcher factory. All of which are shooting yourself in the foot with.
But then you can rocket jump.
A limited number of times, I assure you.
Not if you're good.
And there are health packs around or something.
Well, yeah. In what game that you can rocket jump are there not health packs around?
Really dark one.
Ooh.
Team Fortress, the line.
Oh man! I dare somebody to make to use Steam Movie Maker to make that.
Congratulations, Red Team! You won. Now Dubai's getting nuked. Wait, you thought we were the good guys? Oh boy, were you mistaken? We're gonna show you now.
Let's.
Ezreal says, aren't there only like 6 directives? Yeah, I think there might be a few more. Like a dozen. They're powerful enough that you can pull some stuff. Michael 1 says, I assembly code to read user input. It's working great, except for the whole reading user input part. I know what you mean. It gets very annoying sometimes. The trigger person says, if this is C++, it's Turing complete, which is fun. Yes, Turing completion gives you an excessive amount of power at the end of time. Advil says, Octothorpe define, Octothorpe include, Octothorpe pragma, Octothorpe butts, Octothorpe McGee, Octothorpe pizza. Butts McGee. Followed by mob zig, mob zig, mob zig. Wait, you have to be moving zig to an actual address.
Like, you can't just move it around. Is it Remy? Meow. 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 That game would be tempting if I could get a particular someone on the show to help me.
Hmm?
Chrono Cross, if I could get coal. Because Cole is seriously like the master of Chrono Cross.
There you go. LDA Ziggs. Yeah, Star Accumulator definition. Star Accumulator B is probably the best instruction. Nothing beats stabbing. True fact, when I was doing
Nothing
some
beats the hobo life.
stabbing
Stabbing things by hobo.
I'd purposely use Store Accumulator B for everything instead of Store Accumulator A, except when I needed Accumulator A. Just so I could keep typing stab. Yeah.
I wonder how possible it would be for me to get missed working on this computer. And then I could take 3 minutes to beat it.
Michael 1 says, but we're moving everything, so we need the loop, or maybe a DNA transfer.
You know what? This is entertaining enough. I'm going to switch camera views so that the chat stays in the. There is also Real Mist. I just don't have it. I have the original.
Is that like Mist? Real? No. Mist in Real Player? No. Mist of Real Dolls, I know. Why? Why did I even think that?
I don't know.
Anyone under 16, don't look that up. Sugar Frosted says there's also Pissed.
I remember hearing about Piss.
P-Y-S-T.
It was a spoof of Mist.
Before the future tubes make any conclusion leaps. P-Y-S-T.
Well, yeah, it's showing up in the video now.
Oh, okay, good.
I did that. That is a thing that I did.
Very nice. Cyan has Real Mist on his profile. Only downside is half the time he trucks during your show. So family sharing and work. What? He trucks?
Yeah, Euro Truck Simulator.
Oh. Okay.
So he like plays that while watching the show, so he couldn't.
So like Elite Dangerous but without space.
Yeah.
Or pirates.
Or combat.
If Euro Truck Simulator had pirates. Pirates on the open road. Ah. I still want to see the History Channel get a bunch of rednecks to Europa because I want to watch Ice Moon Truckers. Ice Road Truckers? Ice Moon Truckers? I'd watch that.
Another game that I need coal for? God Hand. I was terrible at that.
Oh dear. My arm, my arm, my arm. To be fair, God Hand is explicitly and intentionally very difficult.
Yeah. You know, even though there's not an actual end game to it, it might be fun to play Romance of the Three Kingdoms 10 for a little while, you know?
Tic-tac-toe tactics. That's why I call the game's debate system.
Because that's pretty much what it is. It's like limited set tic-tac-toe, rock, paper, scissors.
I feel like that there was an end game eventually.
I don't think so.
It's
I think
the era comes to an end. There's peace. The gear guy falls out of political favor and goes and retires. And
I think Endgame is essentially you die/retire.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's no real end to the gameplay story-wise. Because that can occur at any point during...
Well, if you play specifically towards the end of the Three Kingdoms, then you can by the end of that work.
Return of the King, yes. I didn't play 8. I did play 7, though. 7 was a lot of fun.
Rock K. Rotate King?
Yeah, 7 and 10 are the only ones that I've in the series that I've played. And 7, I enjoyed a lot. It was the one that got me into it. It was the one that a friend had, so that's how I had access to it. And 10, while entirely different, I really enjoyed, in large part because of the debate system.
I see what you did there with the not an enormous Han. Well played, yeah. The end is when you take over China.
Yeah, that would never happen with me. I'm the kind of person who, in games like that, tends to hunker down and make one really awesome city.
Just one city?
I would try and capture more, but all of my focus would be on my capital.
Ah. It's kind of pulling the best.
Yeah.
I haven't finished 8, actually. There have been so many of those. I can't remember what the first one I saw was.
If it was with Sam, it was probably 7.
I think the first time I encountered Roads of the Kingdoms was with Chris. The one from Mustang.
And I have no
We met,
idea
like,
which one it is.
twice.
I have no idea which one it would have been then. Do you remember what platform it was on?
PS2, I think.
Then it might have been 7.
I recall drinking a truly demented
8.
amount of Dr. Pepper one night and watching his brother eat it. And now, Kitty. Well, except you're so sweet, good job. No Kitty for you, apparently. She's right there. Yeah. So I noticed that 8 wasn't conducive to building an amazing city. Growth was limited to the stage potential. Every Return of the King is slightly different. That's how the series kept going over 25 years. Romance of the King. 7, 8, 9, and 10 were all available on PS2. Yes, Azrael, I think you are the only one who doesn't know what Zion is talking about.
Okay.
You know Dynasty Warriors? I think Dynasty Warriors, but mixed with Civ and a tactics war game.
Not so much mixed with as containing the characters from.
From Civ?
No, I mean mixed with containing the characters from Dynasty Warriors.
I use Dynasty Warriors base. Dynasty Warriors mixed with Civ.
Right, but I'm saying it's more those games borrowing the characters from Dynasty Warriors. which really is kind of backwards considering that Dynasty Warriors borrowed the characters from Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
Yeah. With the silliest map of China ever on the NES. Clumsy? What? What's Amaranth? I'm confused too, actually.
I'm saying it's less like Dynasty Warriors mixed with other things, because that, to me at least, that implies that some level of the gameplay is the same, which it is not. Yay, Michael. Did the problem exist between keyboard and chair? Is that how it is that how that? Ah, okay. I was just going for the super easy pet cack joke. Okay, so I found 5 PS2 games that would be cool to do on here, but which would take forever. So I am not wholly committed to any of them. Uh, a shorter PC game might be more appropriate. But let's see if any of these strike your fancy particularly well. In case that is not entirely visible, that's Dragon Quest VIII, Star Ocean 3, Dawn of Mana, Okage Shadow King, and Odin Sphere.
Is Star Ocean upside down?
No?
Looks very strange. Oh, that looks right. Apparently the angles know to make it out.
Ah. And my only caveat on this is that I fear the difficulty of Odin Sphere. It's I've tried playing it before. It was very hard. It was very pretty, and I enjoyed what I played, but I couldn't get very far in it. So
Yeah, too many weren't too many weren't streaming back when John was over and me.
actually, I don't think he did beat it. Did he? If he did, I want.
Actually, I think he got it bad.
He, at the very least, he got very, very close to
He was
beating
very
it.
much at end game.
Yeah, he was at the ending.
And good end involves having the right characters fight the right bosses.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sam's been meaning to play DQ8. Interested in Odin Sphere, John Amana, unless John Amana is Doom, Department of Man.
I haven't.
Heatrons of Males.
What?
That's just stuff Hasbro saying. But I assume it's the same as Hasbro.
I have actually not heard heard very much at all about Dawn of Mana, either to the positive or to the negative. All I know is that it was a Mana game that was supposedly not a spin-off Gaiden thing like Legend of Mana or Child of Mana or any of those things were.
I love the stories of Moriarty.
I assume he's going for DOM, Dawn of Mana, but
yep.
Yeah,
Dawn of Mana.
I honestly have no idea what to expect out of this game.
Slan hasn't heard of a good Mana game since SD3.
Yeah, that was a good one. I quite enjoyed it. I only ever beat it on one path, but I did take the time to beat the Black Rabbit. So I am quite proud of that.
Yeah, Sandwich Destroyers 3 was a pretty good one.
Sandwich Destroyers 3?
My sounds were keyboard problems. Eventually, we'll do a 3-player SP3 on RPG Club.
You know, I don't think Seiken Densetsu 3 actually supports 3-player, sadly. It should, but I don't think it does. The one that wasn't released here?
Was that after Secret or before?
After.
And it doesn't?
Yeah.
Whereas its predecessor totally did. If you had to multi-tap.
Yeah.
I almost said multi-pass.
Dallas Lilu multi-tap. Or Lilu Dallas.
Dallas Lilu multi. Oh dear, is that a terrible adaptation from? Is that a line from the horrible adaptation Lilu Does Dallas?
I was about to say Lilu Does Dallas. Just because.
Tell him, no, it's not worth a 5. That's terrible.
No. Maybe it's worth 2.
Oh, geez, not the double snail. Careful what you're doing.
Double snail.
Ah, dreadful creature. And now Furry happening for some reason. Be happy about it.
Let me look through Steam here and see if anything catches my eye.
For 3 players, since he's not playing in Japanese, that's the problem. I'm confused. Why would you need a 3rd player if and only if it were in Japanese?
Just having extra people to be the voices. You know, one of the most fun things I did in high school was I tried to get a group of friends together to consistently go through and play Secret of Mana as a group. There were 5 of us, I think. And everybody was fine not always having a controller in their hand, because we had so much fun having everybody voice all the characters. That's actually part of the inspiration, or part of the reason behind why I do that with my streams, is because it was so much fun to provide voices for the characters as we were playing. That, yeah.
Ah, it's not playing in Japanese, it's translated. But it translated it. Wow. And if it's wrong, it can be have to put 3 players.
Really now?
Schmancy.
That is not something I'm familiar with.
Oh, patch.
I assumed that's what he meant, but I have not seen a patch that does that before.
I thought he was referring to hardware traces. like, like design a little custom board.
And it's entirely possible that the cool.
Neat.
We may have to start doing that on Sunday. But yeah, that's really cool. That must have come out since the last time that I had looked up that information about the game. I am quite excited about that, actually. That's really cool.
Yay, 3-player match.
Yay.
It's been like 22 minutes. We should just pick something for a while.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
Well,
we've been spending
no,
like
no,
two and a
no.
half
I'm
hours.
saying wow, really, at what Cyan just said.
Ah, oh,
Huh. I guess it's been a really long time since I looked that up.
time goes zoom.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Doesn't feel like it's been that long since I last rode a bike.
Well, it hasn't been more than a decade since you last rode a bike.
Well, yes, but it's been longer than it feels.
Ah, you should finish fixing your bike up and do that. As should I.
I need to take it to a shore
A short.
because I do not have the tools to push the crankset.
Ah.
I order one, but that would be a silly thing for me to do.
Excuse me.
Thanks.
Let's see. Good candidates for the show might be. Uh, I don't think I could handle playing Antechamber in 3-hour stints.
Ugh. I know I couldn't handle watching it. Not sure the audience could either.
Yeah,
Oh
it's a
man.
really cool game, but oh god,
If you're not the one playing it and controlling the movements, it is suffering.
I believe it. If you are playing it and are the one controlling the movements, it is headache-inducing after a while, just because things move weird.
One bit every time. That or a typo. Out of curiosity, which instruction set are you using? Like for what architecture? Buggy and incomplete. They had to dummy out a lot of stuff because nothing worked.
Yeah.
They eventually fixed it for the Wonder Swan Color release. 65C816. I don't actually know what that is. Oh, okay. I was thinking in terms of like Motorola Freescale or MIPS or x86.
Let's see. There's Aquaria, which I know nothing about. Uh, so I wouldn't know what to expect out of it being what sort of experience it would be for the stream.
You have 18 minutes to pretty much just derp.
Yeah, I'm probably just going to derp.
I'm going to again recommend Defect. Just
Yeah,
because
but
the tomfoolery and only 18 minutes, you're not going to get very far into it.
well, no. At this point, I'm expecting mostly to just get a game selected. Because I mean, we're having decent conversation right now, at the very least.
Okay. Thinking 68K, that's why it made no sense in the end.
There's the Assassin's Creed series.
You should jump straight to Screed 4.
I don't have Screed 4.
That's the only good one.
No, Screed Brotherhood is allegedly very good.
Maybe, but Screed Bros doesn't have Barrett's Privateers.
True.
It doesn't have that as a collectible item that you can then tell your crew to sing while you boat around.
Yeah, that is a very cool feature. I will grant
Shanties are
that.
awesome.
I will grant that. But as it stands, Screed 1 is the only one I've played. Clumsy Robot, I'm sorry. I've heard that one was not very good.
Brotherhood of Steel? I don't think that's even a screed.
No, it's not. It's a Fallout.
Ah. That's why I like how I'm shortening Assassin's Creed Brotherhood in exactly the same way that one would Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. FMA Bros, Screed Bros.
I could do them in order on the stream. That could be interesting and would give me motivation to both to play them and to and have something to do on the stream.
Yeah, if you could grind through one, I hear two is good.
I actually enjoyed one,
I don't know that.
but it being the only one that I've played, that's not surprising. I wasn't going back from two to one, but I mean, as much as people complain about the repetitiveness in gameplay of the first game, I was enthralled by the scenery. So that was enough to make up for it for me. Plus, I actually found the plot kind of interesting too. So even if the gameplay was pretty much always sneak around, kill a guy, run away, repeat.
But two gives you access to Da Vinci's inventions.
The vengeance.
It's such fun. Such fun. The glider. Oh. I haven't played it, I just know these things. What I do. I know things.
You know, I kind of do feel like replaying the first Assassin's Creed though, so I can go back to it, get into it without having the increased expectations of the later games. Plus, it's a game that I've been meaning to show my mom to. She enjoys games vicariously through me. So, and I think it's one that she would like for much the same reasons I do. That being the historical scenery and maybe also the interesting story going on. Like I know at least that I spoilers flipped out when I started seeing writing on the walls in the first one. That was just whoa.
Oh yeah, the Lorentz Strange Attractor.
Mm-hmm.
That was neat because I just learned about that second in GQ.
Yeah.
Of course, if you really like the Lorentz Strange Attractor, you should play the Arrestor.
Yeah.
I don't even know why it's where it is in that game.
Um, you know, if I do the first Assassin's Creed, since I've done all of the or all of the major side quest stuff anyway, I've done most of it. I didn't like 100% it or anything, but I did a whole lot of the finding Templars and the icons and whatever else. I'd probably just plow straight through the story, which would mean somewhat more repetitive gameplay, but at the same time get through it faster.
Yeah, because there's a good point Cyan makes. That game is really boring to watch after you've seen it. Because I remember being distracted from my homework, watching it, and after a while it stopped being that much of a problem because it wasn't that interesting until their cutscene.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's ridiculous how much like those banners.
I,
What
I
do they even do?
it's just a collectible.
Do you get something, anything for collecting all of them?
I do not know.
It better not be a trophy.
It's probably an achievement.
Oh, I will punch them 17 times.
And while I definitely didn't get all of the banners, I think I did get a lot of them. Uh, I eventually resorted to using a guide, but even then, I think I gave up before getting all of them in every stage.
Yeah!
Okay. Well, he's the bee 55 times. Thank you, Clumsy.
What's the B?
I don't know. Okay, so that is currently top contender. Let's continue through and see what else we might have. Let's see. Back to the Future. I'm saving to do with Brendan and Mabry because that sort of game, not that Back to the Future game. Oh God, I am not playing the NES Back to the Future on the stream. The only situation in which I would play that game on the stream is like right now when I have 10 minutes to kill. If you have ever played it, you will recognize the tune that Daniel is humming as being the only song in the game.
Oh dear.
It is so bad.
It's among the worst.
I rented it back in the day.
I'm sorry. You could have spent that money on Danny.
I got to the end of that game back in the day.
I'm sorry. You could have spent that time reading a manual on dirt.
And I didn't actually beat it because the ending was like a quick time event, pretty much.
Those sons of fishes.
Yeah. Because the ending sequence of that game was the driving the DeLorean to catch the lightning from the movie. And you had to drive the car at just the right speed in order to hit it. Like just fast enough to get there at the right time.
88 miles an hour?
I don't remember if you had to drive as fast as possible to get to it at that point, or if you could actually get to it too quickly. I seem to remember thinking that you could get to it too quickly, but that is not a firm memory in my head.
Those chicken whispers. That's really terrible gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering you're probably like out of lives at that point.
Either that or you have a lot.
I do have a lot of times the problem is you eventually get it.
Yeah. Although I think for that game a lot wasn't really that much.
Also, didn't it make you go through the level again to get there?
I think so.
Because I think that's how it was with the horrible tapper thing at the end of the first stage.
Yeah. Yeah, I was. These days I'm bad at the tapper game at the end of the first stage, so I can't even get past that. I think I did once in recent memory, and then I didn't get much further than that.
To be fair, that tapper clone sucks in comparison to the actual tapper.
Yes, because there are a lot of poorly defined lines in there.
They somehow badly ported another NES game.
Yeah. It is so easy to be just slightly off of the incoming goons and miss them, and you can't throw another one until the current drink has gone. You can't throw more than one at once.
They couldn't even do the Mega Man thing where you get 3 projectiles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope.
You only get 1 lemon, not 3. 1 lemon. That's all you get. Jump and shoot 1 lemon. That's all you get.
Let's see. There's Batman Arkham Asylum is another good candidate. An allegedly very good game that I have not played.
It is said to be, yes. I believe Arkham City is known to be considered to be a little bit better. But...
Really? Because I'd heard that mechanically Arkham City is better.
It has some issues here.
But that story-wise, Asylum was the better.
Like the Catwoman DLC.
Ah, yeah, that.
She just slaps into the sides of the building.
Wait, she does?
They did that really sadly.
Oh wow, that doesn't even make sense for the character.
She doesn't get hurt or anything. The physics just kind of ignores the impact they're building up. You climb up with it.
That's terrible.
It's very stupid.
She of anybody should be the one that gracefully runs into buildings.
Yeah, considering she's Selena freaking Kyle, you think.
Yeah.
But no! They did it weird. I remember multiple reviewers on The Escapist and elsewhere that couldn't help but point that one out because it was dumb.
Yeah.
Whoever programmed that probably got arrested by the dumb police a while ago for being dumb.
Borderlands needs to happen at some point, but not next. That's going to require way too much coordination.
Borderlands.
Precisely.
Poor Magellan.
Yeah, exact. No, that wasn't Magellan. Magellan was the dragon. It was Batley.
Oh, right. I thought Magellan did this one. It was Batley. Yeah.
Yes.
Crash.
I was actually just about to bring that up as some kind of weird nostalgia throwback for the viewers. Any of y'all?
Anyone as old as us.
Yeah. Do any of y'all remember Eureka's Castle? Because I loved that show when I was little.
Them slurms.
And I have heard that there exists somewhere a gag reel wherein the puppeteers just like curse like sailors when they screw up, which I would love to hear because that sounds hilarious.
Tell me they curse in the character voice.
Yes, they curse. They curse in the character voice, moving the puppet mouth. Is what I've heard.
That is excessively lousy. You might want to check Snopes to see if it's real or not.
I don't know if it exists. I can only hope that it does because it should. Anyway,
Snopes or Super Nopes.
There's Broken Age. That might be another one to share with Brendan, actually. I think he and Mabry would dig that.
R.L. Stine? Really?
What about R.L. Stine?
What about Bruce? I don't remember hearing about it. And R.L. Stine worked on it.
Oh yeah, he did. I forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, I think it was, if I remember right, I think it was through an interview with him that that knowledge of that gag reel came to me. Either that or I'm conflating just random memories, and I don't know. No, Steam, I don't want to install the update just yet. I'm still looking through my library.
Go home, Steam. You're drunk.
Let's see. Capsized is another title that I don't know anything about that I suppose I could play. What, Clumsy?
Someone named Mallory's rant on Eureka's Castle.
What does that even mean, Clumsy?
Michael Lund can send you the thing he's working on if you want something visual on the stream. It's not impressive though. It's a one-light word bomb.
Oh man!
A fork bomb is a really simple attack that doesn't work anymore that you can do on Linux-like thingies, where you just have a process spin off copies of itself until the computer crashes.
That's really funny. Okay, there's The Cave. Might be a good one. It's that one that was made by the guy who made Maniac Mansion. That plays kind of more like the Lost Vikings.
Guess what I got?
What did you got?
A garden weasel.
You
a weasel.
you actually got a garden
I got
weasel.
a garden weasel.
You have wanted one of those for so long.
Ever since I heard the word garden and weasel used together, I
Weasel?
wanted a garden weasel.
What?
It's to pop weeds.
Oh, okay.
Why does it look so
Garden
much like a
weasel
pogo
weed
stick at
popper.
first? I only saw the top half of it. I thought you were literally carrying a pogo stick in here.
Well, that's vaguely how you use it, only
It's a
you
little
don't
stabbier than
you
most
don't
pogo
pogo,
sticks
you
I've
just-
ever
you just-
seen.
poke.
You step and twist.
Yeah. Step down and then you twist. So
It has knives.
I'm so excited.
It looks like a weapon a Romulan would use to kill an enemy in revenge. Stab, pull,
so-
twist.
Show the internet.
Garden
Behold,
weasel.
the weasel.
Garden weasel. Yay. Not that I like working in the yard. I detest working in the yard.
We all do.
But I
Mhm.
detest weeds even more.
You can tell by the state of the art.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah,
It's really
our
bad.
yard is pretty bad.
I cut up a bunch of sticks the other day.
The front yard is bad. The backyard is awful.
Backyard's like a jungle.
Backyard is a jungle.
Sounds like 1-2 of all the staccatos.
Yeah. Okay, so the cave is another option.
I'm disappointed the cave doesn't have anything to do with Play-Doh.
I would say Cave Story, except I have gotten so close to beating Cave Story and could not actually beat the boss. So I fear that would end in frustration both for me and the viewers.
The boss or the real boss?
The real boss.
Ah.
I
I
had
can't beat him either.
I-
I'm real close.
I had trouble beating the boss, but like out of the dozens of times I tried, I think I beat him twice, and had very little ammo and health left when I did,
The boss goes down easy if you have the spirit.
which I didn't because I didn't know about it.
It's hard to get without having known about it because you have to willfully give up like 3 upgrades to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nope, I'm gonna stick with my pole star. No, I want that machine gun. No, I don't want that jetpack. In fact, I'm not gonna go down there and see what that guy wants.
So,
Did you tell them about Sadie?
oh no, I didn't. Sugar Frosted, if you're watching, you'll probably be affected most by this, but Sadie died on Monday. It was sad.
It was very sad. I cried like a baby.
Might want to duck down a bit because right now, yeah, there you go.
Cried like a baby. I had nursed her in my room for 10 days. And the worst thing is, she seemed to be getting better. I thought the antibiotics that we had given her, that the vet prescribed, I thought it was doing the trick.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was coming back and was going to be her old self. And then, out of nowhere, she just, she was having trouble breathing, and I could tell that was it. So we took her in and had her put down, took her out of her misery because she was fighting for her breath.
Yeah,
Like I said, I cried like a baby.
me too. We still have cash and carry, but they aren't good shoulder rats while doing something else. They require a bit more attention to prevent from running off and causing trouble.
Yeah,
They're a little spazzy. They try to get down to the floor and then activate the cats.
Mm-hmm.
they run off. They're not nearly as socialized.
Yeah.
As Sadie was. Sadie, sweetest little thing.
You don't want your cats to activate in your rat's brain.
Yeah, it hurts to lose any pet. It doesn't matter what size.
Yep.
It is.
It was a long time since the last time I lost a pet.
Yeah.
I was there when it happened that time too.
Mhm. But she went by herself,
Hmm.
and here you could tell no pain. She laid down in front of the little gas fireplace where she liked to sleep.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, she.
headed her
Yep, she
into another world.
meowed while she was laying down, which was part of what clued us in that something was up. She meowed without otherwise moving. At first, I thought she was meowing in her sleep because she'd been doing that recently. But looked over and I saw that her eyes were open. So I was like, oh, something's wrong.
Yes.
Hmm.
And a horrible way to end the stream with being like,
That is a horrible way to end the
Yeah.
stream. Let's talk about happier news for a little bit. Extend
Yeah.
the stream a few
Yeah.
more minutes.
yeah, like Soyan's joke with the Eskimo singer.
Yeah.
That's amusing. I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading, I'm reading. Run. Boom.
How about Windows 10? Should that be installed on top of?
It
Your
is
old
it is
operating
installed
system?
as an upgrade. So yes.
Okay, so you should leave everything. Well, Gary was writing that he installed it the first time like that,
Hmm.
but he saw no difference. That's what he claimed, that he didn't see any difference in anything. I suspect he did
what-
something wrong.
Was he using
Yeah.
8?
Yeah, but
No, he was using 7.
then he definitely
I
should have
think.
seen a difference.
Visible difference.
Well, that's what I thought. But then he said he installed it, like a clean install or something.
Hmm.
And now he can see all kinds. But he's kind of spazzy with stuff, what he does anyway. He tries to do several things at once, so it's very possible that first time around he didn't actually get it installed anyway.
Soyan says you can install it fresh if you want, but you have to at least start the upgrade process first. The upgrade you're getting is what registers your free license.
Okay.
Well, maybe that's what he did then, because he said he then lost all of his bookmarks and
Well, should hold on to those. Those should be
Yeah.
associated with his application.
stuff.
Yeah, unless he just completely wiped everything and reinstalled.
He may have.
Yeah, if he did something dippy like format C.
he goes crazy sometimes, which is why I don't let him touch my computer.
I love uninformed users who go off half-cocked, make a terrifying mess, and then ask for help.
Yep.
I think you should have done that first. I can't recover most of this.
He's pretty good at going back and either fixing things that he screwed up or learning to live with it. Because I don't have the patience to try and clean up behind him, because he will go in and do like 30 different things, in one sitting, and then she don't have a clue which one of those 30 things it was that made this one little doohickey misbehave. So, but that's what he does.
Yeah. There's no hope of troubleshooting this, Cyan. She's recounting this story secondhand from her husband, who is actually closer to you than he is to us, geographically speaking.
He's apparently terrible at isolating variables.
Mhm.
For 30 things at once, so no one knows what change affected it.
Well, anyway, it's we have changed the subject, so it is about that time.
Hey, Rose.
So good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in and sitting with us for this last hour while we just talked about stuff.
Just herping and derping.
Just herping and derping. I'll be back on Saturday at 9 for Throne of Games, where we will be continuing Monaco, and back next Thursday for something else. Probably Assassin's Creed, it's looking like. So I hope to see you all then. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Keep